Berserker, released July 1987. Directed, co-written by Jefferson Richer, the other co-writer being Joseph Coffin. It stars absolutely nobody you've ever heard of. So, a roaring Viking and lots of close-up of a bear's head happen during the opening credits. Okay. Fast forward, who knows how long, because it doesn't say, to an older couple camping. They've been coming to the same exact spot for 40 years. Good for them. But not so much today, because they get lost and promptly killed by a bear. Though all we see is some blood squirt on her face and his covered in blood. So it's like it could be our Berserker. A bunch of teens, maybe people in their 20s, not made clear, they get a bunch of corny dialogue as they leave to go camping. That's when we learn that Vikings settled the area where they're going. So, there's our Viking connection. They litter, get pulled over, let off with a warning, and told to watch out for wild animals and no more littering. There's then a having fun montage. They're just camping, having fun. It's honestly pretty boring. At a nighttime fire, we learn that direct descendants of Berserker Vikings are possessed by the Berserkers. For some reason. There's lots of nothing, a bear roars, and then there's more nothing. One of them bumps into something and screams. That's it. Another finds the dead old guy, then the wife, then the friend that bumped into something and screamed. They are killed by something off screen. All we see is a bear arm. So, could be a bear, could be the Berserker. We don't know. There's more of nothing and random shots of a bear just roaming through the woods. That's it. That's it. One of them eventually trips over a branch, screaming, "Leave me!" Another says, "Hey, we're 2 minutes from the cabin." And then they still leave the guy. One of the dudes then leaves his girlfriend behind while he drives off on an ATV they just happened to bring with them. His reasoning, it'd be faster because it'd be lighter. Dude just called his girl fat. Nice. An hour and 3 minutes in, we finally see the Berserker's body. No face. A minute later, we get a full look at the Berserker, and it's pretty fucking ridiculous. The dude is just covered in bearskin rug without the head, has one arm covered with fur and a claw, and then the jaws of a bear. That is it. That's the big costume for the Berserker. But then, it's Bear versus Berserker. The moment we've all been waiting for. Apparently, because it's both of them doing it. The bear whoops his ass in one of the most pathetically sad fight scenes I've ever seen. And the big bad Berserker just runs off like a little bitch. Then there is more nothing! Until the Berserker reappears and is apparently afraid of the sun. It's honestly hard to tell. Don't know if he's afraid of the sun or if he's just screaming in pain because he got his ass whooped by a bear. The sheriff shoots him and kills him to end the film. So, who was the Berserker? Was he a Viking come back to life? Was he a descendant possessed by the soul of one? We can assume it's someone possessed by the soul of one, given the story told earlier in the film, but it's never made clear. The guy never speaks a single word. He just grunts and whines. We have no clue who this guy really is. Add in his ridiculous costume, laughable roars. The whole character is just incredibly, incredibly dumb. The story is a nonsensical mess. Who is actually killing people? Is it the Berserker or is it the bear? That too, never made clear. Also, why do the Berserker and the bear hate each other? Are the bear parts the Berserker wearing like that bear's wife or something? Something else, just not made clear. Add in the bad acting and the cheesy dialogue, making it worse. Berserker is a halfway decent concept, totally wasted on an untalented cast and crew. This is so bad, it's just bad. F. Thank you for watching Fatman Inc. Craptacular Horror. Leave a like if you enjoyed and a comment to discuss your thoughts. Make sure to subscribe to see more reviews of horror movies new and old. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.